Mr. Cariola, here we are.
Yeah.
This tournament.
Yes.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Exactly.
Yes.
And there's one thing I know about what's going to happen here tonight.
Yep.
I'm playing the role of Mr. Fly in the Ointment,
Mm-hmm.
Wrench of Monkeys, because I know the community at large wants to see two very computer-like individuals play in the quarters between Mr. Boatman and my opponent, the algorithm. I'm here to upset the apple cart. That's what I'm here to do. Am I as talented as Joseph? No. Am I as smart as Joseph? Probably not. But can I be luckier than him? Can I strategize a bit better than him? Probably. And that's what I'm going to bank on for this particular match.
3 words. Any given Sunday. I've seen it happen. I've managed to do it myself. Some days it just goes your way. Maybe that is the day. Who knows? I would love it. I believe we can make this happen. What do you say? You ready to fucking kick this pig?
Oink, oink.
Okay, this is round 2. And this is going to be very intense. I mean, Robert is very, very impressive. Has been doing very great in his matches this year in singles. And at this point, if I can just manage to get to round 3 and be in the lead by then and also answer enough questions to be ahead of him at the game, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then I can win, hopefully. Then I can continue on in the tournament, and we'll see what happens. Good luck to Robert, though. This is going to be a great match.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. I am your host, Kaleb Boatman, and today an unusual co-host. I ran out of options. My dad, Richard Boatman, is co-hosting with us. Dad, normally I ask my co-host, we've got Robert Castner playing Joseph Olivas. What do you think of the match? You don't know these people. You barely watch my matches. So we're just going to jump into it. So round 1, we're going to just get into round 1, bring in our competitors, Joseph and Robert. We're going to get into round 1. Round 1's going to work like this. 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right, you get a bonus question. So without further ado, three repeats and a challenge are given to you throughout the entire match. So without further ado, we're going to get started with your first question, which comes in the category.
Real quickly. Robert, should I do black or red?
Like the red. Go with the red.
All right. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, now without further ado.
Sorry, yes.
It's all good. Now without further ado, we'll get into your first question of round 1, which comes in the category of directors. Who directed Marriage Story? Dad, what do you like better, Marriage Stories or Funeral Stories?
Well, I've been married this month 26 years. Sometimes there's similarities, but for the most part, I like Marriage Stories better.
Hands down, we're going to go to Robert.
Happy silver anniversary +1. Noah Baumbach.
And Joseph.
I second what Robert said. Noah Baumbach.
Both correct. We get into your next question, Dad.
Okay, this category is actors and actresses. Question is, what actor has played a knight, a ghost, and a British lawyer?
Okay. A knight, a ghost, and a lawyer. What would you rather be?
Well, at night, I'd rather be a ghost. A British lawyer gets to talk in a really cool accent.
Okay, that's Robert using his first repeat. Dad, you want to take that repeat?
Yep. What actor, this is in the category of actors and actresses, what actor has played a knight, a ghost, and a British lawyer?
Is there a difference between British lawyers and French lawyers?
Well, there's a body of water that separates.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to get to Joseph.
I'm blanking on British lawyers, so I'm going with Amazing Grace for lawyer and King Arthur for knight, Johan Grufford.
And Robert.
Alan Tudyk.
Both incorrect. We were looking for John Cleese. The films being Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the Harry Potter films, and A Fish Called Wanda.
Okay.
And your third question, category of 90s. You will find the characters of Raoul Duke and Dr. Gonzo in what 90s film? Dukes, lords. I don't understand the British monarchy, Dad.
No, but the good news is they don't either, but it somehow works.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen down. Let's go to Robert.
I got nothing. I'm not sure.
And Joseph.
Muppets from Space.
Both incorrect. Looking for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
Real barn burner this one is.
Dad, I want to take the next question.
Okay, this is the category of scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. Who performed the hit song "It Will Rain" for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1?
Dad, I know I haven't seen the Twilight movies, so I feel like that practically guarantees you haven't seen the Twilight movies.
I've really heard of them, but yes, you're correct. I've not seen them.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
No blank board. Sia.
And Robert.
Faith Hill.
Both incorrect. Looking for Bruno Mars.
Wow.
Okay, Dad, we want to take the... no, this is my question.
I was going to say...
Your next question in the category of Westerns. What name does Lee Van Cleef's character, the Bad, go by in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? You should have had this question, though, because I know you love this movie.
Wah, wah, wah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Joseph.
Also a mediocre Jennifer Lopez movie, Angel Eyes.
And Robert.
I didn't have that.
Angel Eyes is correct. Into your next question, Dad.
Okay, the category is movie release dates. What year was Caddyshack released?
You and I both think this movie is just okay.
Yeah, I like Bill Murray, but I like Bill Murray in just about anything other than Garfield.
3, 2, 1. That is the correct answer. Robert.
1980.
And Joseph.
1980.
Both correct. Let's begin to your penultimate question, category of animation. In what animated film will you find a gang known as the Flushed Pets? We flushed 2 of my fish down the toilet.
We did have a short prayer, though, before we did that.
3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
I went with the obvious, Flushed Away.
And Joseph.
I did too, Flushed Away.
Both incorrect. We're looking for The Secret Life of Pets.
That was my other thought.
Makes sense. That's right.
Okay, I love this category. Mystery/thriller. In 3 Days of the Condor, Turner works for what organization?
You and I both really like this movie.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Good watch.
Seen it probably 3 or 4 times.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
CIA.
And Joseph.
Also CIA.
Both correct. 4-3. Coming out of round 1, Joseph in the lead with 4, Robert at 3. We get into round 2. Round 2 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin, they can keep it. If they don't, they can spin again, but then they're stuck with it. They're going to get 5 questions in whatever category they get. They get it right, 2 points, multiple choice, 1 point. Get it wrong, other player gets a chance to steal. Categories on our lovely wheel tonight are Joseph's strengths of 20th century director filmography and movie release dates, Robert's strengths of pre-2010 Jennifer Lopez and horror icons, fandom horror icons, it's the same thing. Romance, animated, classics, and romantic comedies make up the other categories, along with spinners and opponent's choice. So, Joseph, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I will defer.
Okay. Robert will bring in your de facto manager. And this will be your first spin.
It has any de facto. That's a bad joke.
Land on romantic comedies. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
How you feeling?
I mean, there's stuff that I would prefer. It's a close game, though. It's a question of if I want to keep this on just in case and run the risk. What do you think?
I mean, I think we had a game plan going in. I think you know what to do. So go with your gut.
I'm going to keep rom-coms.
Right.
All right. You got all your repeats. You got all the time in the world. Kill it.
Right. Dad, if you want to scroll down to romantic comedies, I will let you give Robert his question in that category.
What type of books does Will Thacker sell in Notting Hill?
I'll take a multiple choice on this.
Okay, multiple choice. A is travel books. B is cookbooks. C is biographies. And D is mystery novels.
I want to say A, travel books.
That is correct for 1 point. As we get into your next question.
Who plays Kumail's more successful stand-up friend CJ in The Big Sick?
I have a guess, but I'm going to go multiple choice just in case.
Okay. A is Nick Kroll. B is Jason Mazzucas. C is Bo Burnham. And D is John Mulaney.
I'm going to say Bo Burnham.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay. In Meet the Parents, Jack used to work for what organization?
He also worked for the CIA.
That is correct for 2 points.
Next question. Doris Day and Rock Hudson star in what 1963 romantic comedy about a woman who shares a party line with her dishonest bachelor neighbor?
That's going to be a big multiple choice for me. So
A, Send Me No Flowers. B, Pillow Talk. C, That Touch of Mink. And D, What a Way to Go.
I'm going to go with Pillow Talk.
That is correct for 1 point.
Wait, can you repeat the question, please?
Doris Day and Rock Hudson star in what 1963 romantic comedy about a woman who shares a party line with her dishonest bachelor neighbor?
Can I challenge that? Pillow Talk is not 1963.
Okay, we will come back after the challenge. Okay, we are back from the challenge. The film was not released in 1963. It was released in 1959. So the question is incorrect. So Robert will be getting a new question.
Okay. And Robert, the question is, what job does Kurt Russell's character have in Overboard?
He's a carpenter.
That is correct for 2 points.
It's funny because he likes to work with John Carpenter. You know?
Hit the nail on the head.
Dad is the best. Caleb. Your dad is the best. That's all I have to say.
All right, next question.
Next question. Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz star in what romantic comedy?
Dang it.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
A, Just Married. B, Guess Who. C, Personal Effects. And D, What Happens in Vegas.
I only went multiple choice because I forgot if it was happens or happened, but it is D. What happens in Vegas?
That is correct for 1 point. Okay, so it is 10-4 coming out of Robert's round 2 spin. Now we're going to get into Joseph's. And you land on opponent's choice. We'll bring in Bill to discuss with Robert.
All right. So we took something. So we'll probably go with what we discussed, even though this was going to be the first thing anyway. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We're going to give them horror icons.
All right. Take Bill out. Joseph, I will give you your questions in the category of horror icons.
Okay.
First question. How does Philip die in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors?
This is a relatively specific answer, right?
We need what happens.
So he ultimately falls to his death from a large height.
That is correct for 2 points. We would have accepted falls to death.
I wasn't sure if you wanted him to you wanted me to mention that he was made like a puppet.
Oh, fair. How many times has Jamie Lee Curtis portrayed the character of Laurie Strode? Five, 4, 3.
5.
That is correct for 2 points. Next question. What is the name of the high school Dr. Charles McCullough works at in Jason Takes Manhattan? Five.
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A, Elm Lake, B, St. Crystals, C, St. Joseph's, D, Lakeview.
D, Lakeview.
That is correct for 1 point. We're all tied up 10-10. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 ends with Jesse in a dream where he is on what specific type of transportation?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A, school bus, B, battleship, C, ice cream truck, D, fire truck. Five.
School bus?
That is correct for 1 point. Okay. Your next question in the category of horror icons, penultimate question, your final question. What horror icons franchise character has been portrayed by Brad Dourif and Charles Cyphers? And we need first and last. Five, 4.
Lee Brackett.
That is correct for 2 points. So it is 12-10. Joseph in the lead as we get into round 3. Round 3 is going to work like this. Each competitor is going to get to pick what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point question. Categories they will be able to pick from tonight are Oscars, comic book movies, music, crime, family, comedy, 1970s, and Robert Zemeckis. We're going to let them pick their categories right now, and we will get back to you right now. Okay, so we are back going into round 3, and our competitors have picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4-point question. Joseph has picked his 1 in 70s, his 2 in comic book movies, his 3 in crime, and his 4 in Oscars, whereas Robert has picked his 1 in Robert Zemeckis, 2 in crime, 3 in comedy, and his 4 in comic book movies. Since Robert is behind by 2 points, we will start with him for his 1-pointer in Robert Zemeckis films. Who plays aspiring artist and victim of violence Mark Hogenkamp in Welcome to Marwen?
Steve Carell.
Correct for 1 point. And we'll stick with you for your 2-pointer to take the lead in crime. Who plays Sean, Jimmy's childhood friend who is now a detective in Mystic River?
Kevin Bacon.
Clarification. Sorry.
Kevin Bacon is correct for 2 points. Okay, so now we will go to Joseph for his 1-pointer to tie it up again in 1970s. Who plays mentally disturbed news anchor Howard Beale in Network?
Peter Finch.
Correct for 1 point. Now we'll go to you for your 2 in comic book movies. What comic book character has been played by Russell Crowe and Marlon Brando?
Jor-El.
Correct for 2 points. So we're at 15-13, going back over to Robert for his 3-pointer in comedy. What is Greg's real first name in the film Meet the Parents?
Gaylord.
Correct for 3 points. Okay. Now we are at 16-15. Back over to Joseph for his 3. Yeah, for his 3 in the category of crime. Which 90s crime film centers on a private investigator played by Nicolas Cage who is hired to discover if a snuff film is real or not?
8mm or 8 millimeters.
We would have accepted either.
Okay.
That is correct for 3 points.
Can I bring in Bill for a second? I
Okay.
just want to discuss something. I'm probably not going to do it.
It's 8 millimeter, not 8 millimeters.
I know. I'm wondering,
That's
should
what
we
I was gonna
challenge?
say.
Because he did say 8mm at the beginning, though.
I mean,
Is it worth it? I mean, we're near the end anyway. Should I just do it anyway and fire it off? And then,
why not? I say go with it.
yeah, I'm going to challenge that he gave too much information and gave it incorrectly when he said 8 millimeters when it's 8 millimeter.
Okay, we will be back from the challenge. Okay, so we are back from the challenge. Joe, 8 millimeters is not part of the title in any way, shape, or form. It is 8 millimeter. Based on previous precedent, we cannot give Joseph the points, unfortunately. So the score is still 15-16. Robert in the lead. So we get into Joseph's 4-pointer in Oscars. Joseph, your 4-pointer in Oscars. What was the first film for which Roger Deakins received a Best Cinematography nomination? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat, please.
As your first repeat. Category of Oscars. What is the first film for which Roger Deakins received a Best Cinematography nomination? Five.
Please.
Second repeat. Category of Oscars. What is the first film for which Roger Deakins received a Best Cinematography nomination?
No matter what happens, Robert, this was a great game. The Shawshank Redemption.
That is correct. So 19-16. We are in a situation where if Robert hits his 4-pointer in comic book movies, he wins the match. If he does not, Joseph wins the match. So we'll go to Robert for his 4-pointer in comic book film. What is the superhero alter ego of Dave's friend Marty in Kick-Ass 2? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
That is your second repeat. What is the superhero alter ego of Dave's friend Marty in Kick-Ass 2? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Last repeat, please.
Your final repeat. What is the superhero alter ego of Dave's friend Marty in Kick-Ass 2?
Joseph, it's a good game, bud. I know I'm thinking of the wrong person, but I can't think of the right answer. So I'm just going to go down ass kicker.
And your winner, Joseph, the algorithm Olivas. The correct answer was Battle Guy. Battle Guy. So that was an excellent, excellent match. 19-16. We'll go to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Robert. Robert, you weren't quite able to pull off the win, but you kept it close. You were almost that flying the ointment, and in a way, you kind of were. How are you feeling?
Battle Guy I've heard somewhat recently and just didn't permeate into my head. I could probably look in this match and maybe I should have, well, if I respawn, I would have got opponents. I guess that wouldn't have worked, but maybe thought about maybe Jennifer Lopez for hit given to him. If I would have won, I would have felt a little bit ticky-tack. I wouldn't have felt very clean about it, but I really should have known that 4-pointer, and I've beaten myself up about it, but I think the right person won. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, you came out, you kept it close the entire game. I mean, you guys were like neck and neck. I mean, when you have to win a match by answering both 4-point questions, there's nothing much to complain about. So, yeah. I mean, hats off to you, man. You gave it a hell of a run. So,
yeah. Very good. Well, thank you to Robert. Thank you, Bill. Actually, Robert, before we go, now we will be seeing you after the tournament because you went on a really good run but in the tournament. How are you? Is there anyone who you were wanting to face after the tournament?
Preferably nobody in the faction because my 2 wins are from faction people and it feels wrong. So anybody with a similar type record. I know Anthony has the same record as me, which sucks. Anybody but him, I would be game for. So I guess anybody who loses in round 2 has a somewhat similar record to me.
Fair enough. Thank you to Bill. Thank you to Robert. Now we'll go over to our winner, Joseph. Joseph, you won the match. It was close. How are you feeling?
I was almost afraid that Lakeview was going to cost me by 1 point if Robert got that 4-pointer, because when that question happened for Jason Takes Manhattan, I was like, am I remembering correctly if the Lakeview on that cruise ship is the school? I wasn't confident, but that gave me just 1 point, which is still a point. I thought the school bus had, I might be misremembering Freddy's Dead. I mean, not Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Revenge, where I thought the school bus was at the beginning of the movie.
It's at the beginning and the end.
Okay. I was, yeah, that almost threw me off, but then that last question with Lee Brackett, that was like, for me, I've been getting all of them ready. I've been getting all the other questions right. I've been studying fandom horror icons, trying to be nonstop for the past couple of days because I knew that was probably going to be the one category that was going to be given to me. So that gave me like the confidence to go for the 2-pointers. And oh my gosh, that was an intense round. And intense round 3 too because of a little slip up, and I'll try to make sure that doesn't cost me any more games in the future. But geez, my heart was pounding.
That's fair. No, this was an absolutely intense match.
Robert did great though.
He played excellent. You played excellent. And
yes, he was excellent. This was a great game, like we were hoping for.
Speaking of all good. Speaking of potential future matches, you now play the winner of either Lucas Schilbach or Kaleb Boatman. How do you feel about that potential matchup?
Can you please not make me study Abbott and Costello?
Lucas will probably do that if he beats me, so.
Yes, I know. I figure. But either way, it's going to be a very, very intimidating matchup. I got to get back to Lucas if he wins to try to avenge Ethan at the start of round 1. And who doesn't want a Boatman versus Algorithm match? It's going to be insane if that happens.
I will say that is a match. I can comment on this because Lucas and I have not played yet. If that happens, that is a match that I personally have been looking forward to since I joined this community, and it hasn't happened.
Technically 1-on-1.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm trying to relieve the stress of that match.
That's fair. Well, thank you, Joseph. Dad, I think the first trivia match that is not my own you have witnessed in its entirety.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
First of all, it was a lot of fun. I appreciated being a part of it, humbled to be a part of it. I realized how knowledgeable you all are because a lot of them, I had no idea. I was clueless on it, but it was a lot of fun. And it was what a great match. I mean, to be my first assistant here to you, it was a great match to watch and be a part of. So thanks for asking me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you to our competitors, Joseph and Robert. Thank you to Bill. This has been Multiplex Movie Wars, and I'm your host, Kaleb Boatman. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.